Kanye's not that crazy, bro.
Oh, really?
He's not that crazy. That's why I knew it was gonna be an interesting conversation when you came in. You're like, yeah, bro. He just sounds crazy to me. Sorry, I don't mean to give away what you're thinking. But.
Yeah, just ruin my whole take. I feel like we're like skipping Shannon. You're just like, I know what you're gonna say. This one's gonna say, guys. Don't worry about it.
But Kanye's not that crazy. Granted, you have to kind of understand why he's saying some of the things he says, and he doesn't speak in facts
At all. He just wrote pure emotions. Not a lot of research done behind it.
He not at all. Because he said some things in there. It's like even Joe Rogan was like, "What do you mean about that?" And
well, because yeah,
and he brought up Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee.
God, you're taking all my points.
Oh, my bad, bro.
It's okay.
He brought up Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee and said they had gotten killed or murdered. He said they got murdered, and Joe Rogan was like, "No, they didn't get murdered." Or he didn't say. He goes, "Is that what you think that happened?"
He said there's conspiracy of them getting murdered.
Yeah.
Or do you believe the conspiracy?
Yeah.
And like Kanye completely dismissed it. He was like,
yeah, he was just there like,
but, I just think about that every time because they died from what was it? Bruce Lee died because he got the wrong medication.
Something like that.
Bad reaction.
And then Brandon Lee died because somebody put a bullet on the play it was a real bullet instead of a fake bullet.
Oh, I didn't know about
it. It was something like that. That's the story I've heard.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Why is he getting up?
So he doesn't always, you have to understand that he doesn't always speak in facts. He doesn't always know his facts, but
something that really bothered me though is when he was talking about how the hospital wanted him to take down the picture. He was like, yeah, they were just trying to control me. They just didn't want me to do what I wanted to do. And then Joe Rogan was like, oh, well, why do they want you to take down the picture? He's like, well, it had an address in it, and they just didn't want to deal with it, but I don't want to get into that. I don't want to. That's the effect, the domino effect. I don't want to. The point is, and I was like, no, that's like a really. Yeah. If I was the hospital too, I wouldn't want 1,000 cameras in front of my hospital. Like, I'm trying to help people rehabilitate, not famous.
My thing with him though is he's an artist. He is an artist to like the highest fucking degree, and I think that's where the misunderstanding comes in, right? Because he is an artist trying to manifest his ideas in this real world, where some of his ideas are just
not realistic.
Some of them, they probably aren't realistic, but
by the earth.
Some of them are probably realistic, but it's just gonna take a different level of work ethic or all hands on board. You need more people, more resources to be able to make some of these things that he has these ideas for, right? But he's an artist to the fucking maximum degree. If you listen to him as he rants and he talks, all he fucking makes references to is art. He makes references to movies. He makes references to innovators who were very creative. Right? He's not talking he's not always in the world of facts. He's in the world of ideas and creativity. Right? So in that sense, he's not so crazy. It's just an artist speaking about his ideas. And he has this explosion of ideas all the time. And he's there trying to tell you this. And you're there like, well, that's not really possible. But he thinks it's possible, right? That's what an artist is supposed to think. Artists are supposed to think, I can make this shit happen. And it also, on top of him having these ideas, he has a buttload of resources and connections where he believes he can make most of this shit happen. Right? Some of these artists don't have those kind of resources that he has and that kind of networking he has, but he does. So he believes even more at that. So I think that's where, that's why I say Kanye's not that crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. If you're gonna be running for president, you can't be having this. You have to be inside you're gonna get out of your head sometimes. And he's so inside of his head that it looks the way it looked. And I don't have anything wrong with innovations and creativity, having ideas. That's great. I support that 100%. If you're an artist, if you're a maker of music, if you're a creator of anything, I agree with that 100%. But it sounds really bad I can't imagine him getting in front of getting in front of 1,000 people in the White House. Like, let's say he was president, and if he was saying these things, I don't think Russia would really listen to us anymore because we just sound crazy. You know, I don't think China would really agree with us because we sound too far fetched. It's great to have ideas. I think he should maybe work with the office at first. Maybe work with Elon Musk a little bit, you know, get some innovations going on there. See what you can do. Because he is friends with Elon. Like, they always take pictures together. Start off there. Even Joe Rogan made the suggestion. You should maybe be the governor of California first. You know, Reagan did it. And then he became the president. Take steps. He's going from nothing to president.
Well, that's because he saw Donald Trump do it. And he felt so inspired by it.
That's how he said. He just said that if he can do it, anybody can do it. And then he was like, there's a calling from God. So God is really where he got his inspiration from to do all of these crazy things that he's doing. And I would be for it. I would actually be okay with him running for president if he had a chance. Because at this point of the presidency, there's no way he wins. Even if somehow he flipped everybody to believe in him. Voting's been gone for too long. The polls are already in. There's no chance of him winning. Not even close. Why is he still trying? It's just a publicity stunt. It has to be. There's no way it's anything more than that at this point.
I really think he believes he could win.
And you don't think that's a little crazy?
Maybe to an extent, but it's also what's propelled him to where he is.
To do what, though? What's his end goal? Because it's not going to be the president.
No, I don't think he'll end up being president. Even if he runs in another election, I don't see him gaining enough momentum to be president.
And it's like, why did he wait this long to do it, too?
But the same things that we criticize him for are the same things that have propelled him to the position that he is in and to the level of success that he has made and the level of wealth he's obtained. Right? There's two sides to the coin here. And I think you personally focus on the negative side of it as far as like, oh, these Twitter rants, oh, he's running for president when it's not even possible for him to win. But I see it as, well, the flip side of it is he's been able to do a lot of things and make something out of his life. And, you know, he's been able to innovate and be what he has. He's been able to manifest his ideas and his dreams and his goals. And I think that's something to aspire for. You know, that's something really cool to look at and say, hey, that's kind of inspirational on a level.
What's the president nominee's name that was going for Democrats? He wanted the universal basic income. What was his name?
Andrew Yang. How could you forget Andrew Yang?
I knew Yang. I wanted to say
Yang
Mike.
Gang, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, bro.
So Andrew Yang was going for presidency because I think he knew he probably wasn't going to win, but he had a lot of good ideas that were pretty reasonable that he wanted to just put out there. I think that's the reason why he ran. He was nowhere near it in the polls, so I can't see anything else. I think that's what Kanye's trying to do. He knows damn well there's no way he's going to win. He knows maybe next election he can try again with the same ideas now that people can sit on it for 4 years, but there's no way he does. I think right now he thinks that everybody else thinks that he's a little crazy. So right now, while he has the spotlight on him, which right now is a pretty big time to have it on yourself for presidency, he's going to try his best to get out as many ideas as he can to the major audience listening. We were listening to the podcast a second ago from Joe Rogan. It was only out for the first hour it was out. It had almost 400,000 views already. That's just in 1 hour.
Yeah.
He's probably going to hit 1 million within the first 3 hours at least.
Oh yeah. That would be a highly viewed podcast.
Yeah. This is going to be like a 10 million plus video easily. This is going to be bigger than probably in his.
This will be one of Joe Rogan's biggest ones, I believe.
Yeah, this will be better than like Alex Jones, in my opinion. I think it's going to be bigger than that.
Oh yeah, you think so?
Yeah, people have been waiting for this Kanye interview for I think like over a year.
Yeah, it's been this one and Dave Chappelle. Those are two interviews that they've been waiting for
Dave
Joe Rogan
Chappelle
to
is
do.
a different story, though. Dave Chappelle's like, oh, that's going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun. This one's like, this is going to be informative, and we're going to learn things we've never learned about him because we both said it. Joe Rogan isn't the average interviewer. Yeah. So I'm excited to listen to the rest of this, but just from the beginning to the end, he's not, I don't think he has the wits to do presidency ever. Again, you need to be a really educated person to get through this. He did mention Oprah also. Oprah was talking about the internal, getting his, what was it called? His affairs from overseas.
Oh, start working on your foreign policy, basically.
Foreign policy.
Yeah.
And Kanye couldn't say a word about it when he was talking to Joe Rogan. He kind of like brushed it over. And he asked him too, what did she tell you?
Yeah. But again, he doesn't live in a world of facts all the time. Right? So in that sense, yeah, no, he wouldn't be a good president. He's not getting my vote. I'll tell you that. Kanye's not getting my vote. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to go and vote for Kanye. I'm not going to tell anybody on this podcast, go vote for Kanye. No, I don't think you should vote for Kanye. But what I'm saying is, you can look at it as, oh, he's being dumb or he's being crazy. Or you can look at it as, damn, this guy is chasing things and doing things outside the box all the time and he's achieving. Why can't I do that shit? I take it more as a motivation kind of thing than a, trying to tear somebody down in a way.
Again, right place, wrong time. It's just not the time to do it right now in America. It is. We just have too much going on. It's taking away votes from Biden, in my opinion. Because who else is going to vote for Kanye besides Democrats?
Yeah.
I don't see Republicans voting for him.
So, okay. So you believe that if you would you still say Kanye is crazy if he wasn't running for president at this moment in time?
No.
I don't not at all.
Nah, some of the things he says probably still sound a little crazy just in general, but I would look at it a lot differently if he wasn't doing this in the perspective of being the president of the United States. Mm-hmm. That's a really big deal. I think everyone's kind of casual about it now because Donald Trump's president, and now we're seeing Kanye trying to go for it, so everyone's just like, oh, anybody can really do it, No, it shouldn't be that easy. It should never be this easy to get on the ballot. I really think you should hit criterias. I also think there should be an age limit on being president, but we'll get to that later.
Age limit, like how old you can be?
I think how young you are also.
Well, there is. You could.
I think they should make it younger though.
They should make it younger.
Yeah, because I think it had to be 35.
Yeah. They should make it younger. How young?
I'm not too sure. I was listening to someone else talk about this. And they were making really good points. Maybe 26, 27 wouldn't be a bad age.
Why?
Because I feel like you need to start having a different perspective from a younger group possibly as well too. There's so many older people who are trying to get progressive at a later time. You're catching up. Mm-hmm. What if you're already ahead of the curve? I think we need that as well too. Mm-hmm. But that's a different point we can get to later. I really want to talk about this Kanye thing.
Okay.
If he wasn't going for president, I would listen to him a lot more. But because everything he's saying is in the perspective of trying to be a president, it's hard to look at it in a different point of view. Mm-hmm. I really wish he did this differently. And he would have waited. At least the next 4 years. Why not wait till the next election when you can maybe campaign for a little bit better, make some commercials out, actually make it sound like it's realistic. He's doing it so last second, and it's kind of sloppy from what it's been so far. Like he hasn't really been doing anything that the possible presidents have been doing. He's not in debates. He's not debating with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I don't get it. Mm-hmm. It has to be just to use his platform for when he's big right now. Because again, he's not going to win. There's no way he wins. I wish he would have done this at a later time. It's too sensitive of a time right now.
Okay, so you told me two different things. I've heard that you believe it's a publicity stunt, and then you believe that it's to get his ideas out. You think it's one or the other, or you think it's...
I think it's both.
You think it's both?
Yeah, I think it's definitely both. He has a lot of ideas, but maybe he's going to drop something soon also. There's a lot of motives for why you can maybe try to get big in this moment right now. Everybody in America is looking at this. Everybody's watching Donald Trump. Everybody's looking at Biden. Everybody's on Twitter watching them. Everybody's like in this circle right now. This is the hottest topic of all time. We're going to find out next month who the president is going to be.